Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Heather the Crochet Witch. I messed up my own intro. That's okay. It's like 3 in the morning. Just got off work a little while ago. I am cold. I'm in one of my fall warm snuggly flannels because I'm so cold. Hi Maverick. Hi. You coming to say hi? Say hi everybody. Say hi guys. It's me Maverick. Hi. It's the love of my life. One of them. Him and Winston, huh? Yes. Anyway, are you gonna stay for the pets today? Surprised. He's not normally sticking around lately. Sorry, got distracted by the puppy goodness. What was I saying? Oh, I'm in one of my warm, it's freezing now. It went from like 80 degrees, like when I was in Lemon, my car's name is Lemon due to obvious reasons. Yeah, I have to take him into the shop again, coming up here at some point when I find the time and when there's somebody who will be able to give me a ride, because I am very firmly in belief that Lemon will be staying with them once he gets in there. And I'm sure that my insurance will not cover, like, I'm sure that Lemon will be staying there long enough that I will not have a rental vehicle. Anyway, long story about that car. Lemon, anyway, said that it was 92 degrees, I think, last week. And I think my phone just said it was 47 degrees. And now that's at night, and the 92 was during the day, but still, I mean, it's cold. Like, for me, it's cold. I prefer the cold to the heat, though. Like, your girl cannot deal with heat. So I'd rather put this on than deal with 92 degrees out. So I'm really not complaining. I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's why I'm in the flannel too. Anyway, if I haven't even said it, happy second day of Vlogtober, which makes it October 2nd. We are well on the way. Like, spooky season is well underway. For me, spooky season it's year round, but it was well underway, like well underway once my birthday hit. Like, for me, that is like, my birthday is August 27th. So, like, for me, like spooky season is a go. Like, once the clock strikes my birthday, it's a go to me. Like, there's pretty much these days, it's pretty much guaranteed to be, having some kind of like fall or Halloween decor in the craft stores, in Walmart, in Meijer, by the time my birthday rolls around. So, like, I feel like it's just, like I said, it's a go by the time my birthday hits. But yeah, we are in full swing now. It's October. So, for those of you who celebrate, hello. Probably if you do not celebrate, you are probably not a member of my channel anyway. But if you are, I'm still glad you're here. I'm still glad that I'm able to please you with my presence, with my crochetness, with something about me. So welcome. I see Maverick has abandoned me. He's so tired of me. He's like, my toy is much more appealing. I can hear him. I got him. Meijer has a line of, they're pretty great. I think they actually have 3 different lines of Halloween toys this year. This is, they have a Meijer line, like their own little line of toys, I believe. if it isn't an actual Meyer brand, it's a brand that is pretty obvious that Meyer has. And I forget what the other one is. And then they have Bark, I think that's what these are. And these are like really, if you see them in your stores, like if you don't have a Meyer, because I'm sure other stores carry them, or if you do have a Meyer and you see them, whatever, if you see them, these are really good quality. Like, I guess I can't speak for the smaller dog toys or the less chewy type toys, but I have gotten him like any of the toys that say like Tough Chewer and that kind of thing, and they're really good quality. I got him, I can't show it to you now because it's in his mouth, but it was a crow, and it said hidden toy inside. It was a plushy toy outside, but it doesn't have a squeaker inside. It doesn't have stuffing. What the hidden toy inside is it's basically it's a thick black rubber toy inside, like a Kong toy, and it's covered on the outside in just a plushy fabric. So it's got flappy wings of a crow, still no stuffing or anything, and it's meant to be ripped off eventually and torn, and it's meant to be tossed around, and then once the outer layer is ripped off, inside is the Kong toy. So that's what they mean by a toy inside. And he's had that thing now for probably 3 weeks. And he's ripped one wing off because he's gotten that in his mouth and thrown it around. But other than that, it's been doggy chewed. So, it's not the most wonderful looking thing ever, but it's withheld the test of time, you guys. It's intact. So, not to mention the black rubber Kong toy underneath is fine. I don't know if in any of my other vlog videos you've ever seen, I know I've mentioned it, but he's got a rubber monkey toy that is a Kong monkey, get it? He has to have that. Like, if we leave and he's in his crate, he has to have his monkey. Like, I have to go find it. Wherever in the house it is where he's been playing with it, he has to have his monkey when we leave. In fact, David gets, I think, kind of annoyed with me because I won't leave until I find his monkey and put it in his cage with him. This thing it's made of the same durable rubber, the same stuff. So I think it's going to last a really long time. And then I got him a rubber, it's not rubber, but a ball like this, and it's hollow inside. And half of it is see-through, like transparent, and half of it's not. And there's a hole in part of it that you can put treats in, so that when he rolls it around, the treats can come out. It's not like a puzzle ball. It doesn't have like a bunch of cavities. It's just an open ball inside. So it's not like a big, like I said, it's not like a big puzzle ball or anything. But it's just it's meant to be, like, it bounces a little bit. It's just a toy, it's just a regular toy to play with. But like, he loves chasing it around. When he first got it, I put some treats that I cut up into it and stuff. I haven't done the treats in a while like I would. They were easy to get out and everything. That thing, even though it's hollow inside, I actually did buy him a second one of those, just to keep in reserve, because it's meant to look like a zombie pumpkin because it's orange, and it's one of the Halloween line ones. And I was kind of afraid. I had told David when I got it, I was like, it's kind of flimsy feeling. And I was like, I know since it's hollow inside, it's going to break because he's going to chew on it. And he did. But it said it was for tough chewers. And he's had that a week longer than the Crow. And it still hasn't, it's very much intact and still a ball, and like it hasn't cracked, it hasn't anything. There's no chew marks on, like no marks, like permanent marks. Nothing. So we have a backup ball, and he has not even damaged the first one. So yeah, the bark toys are really good. They're good quality. So if you guys see them, they're a little bit pricey. Like the Crow was like, it was under 20 bucks. I mean, it was, I want to say it was $16, but it might have been $14. It was in that range though. And they're pretty good size. It says like medium to large dogs, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's going to last him like forever. And he's a pretty hard chewer. My friend Nate's got one for his dog. And now his dog chews harder than Maverick still. And I think he's got the beak worn down on his. So, I mean, they're not forever toys. But Maverick is a pretty tough chewer, and he still hasn't. So, I mean, I guess if all your dog does is go at it, maybe. But, I mean, Nate's dog will go through toys very, very fast. And he's still got it around. So, I mean, that speaks for something. I don't know. Anyway, we're done with the dog toy review, but I don't even know how I got on that topic. I guess just because he's out there chewing. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's like going to town on it. He jumped up on the couch and he's just like going to town on his dog toy. Yeah, so what did Heather do today? I worked. I know that's what you hear in so many of my vlogs. I worked. I did finish my squares that I said, which I will show you momentarily, that I said I was going to do, which is about all I got to work on crochet-wise. It's been a really emotional day for me, which I think is how I started out last Vlogtober too. You would think like beginning of October, happy, but it just has been like, I don't know. Sometimes I honestly just think people are not happy unless they are making other people unhappy. I really do. I think that is just, I don't know. I think that is just how they cope, I guess. You know, like if they're unhappy, they just have to make people around them unhappy. And that, like, it makes them feel better, which is really unhealthy. Really. I don't know. When I'm unhappy, I would just rather talk it out, I guess. Or kind of like be by myself. Like I kind of cocoon in is what I tend to do, really. I guess if I'm being perfectly honest, if I'm gonna lash out, it's because I'm trying to like cocoon in and somebody is pressing those buttons, you know, like trying to get me not to, I guess. But I don't feel like I go out of my way to make someone as miserable as I am. But there are just those people that they're just not happy unless you're as unhappy as them. I do not subscribe to that. I don't get it, you know? My light is already going off. There we go. I know you guys can't see that, but it really drives me insane. So, sorry. I don't sometimes I'm like, I shouldn't call attention to it because people say they don't notice. And then I'm like, but then they're going to see me do like this number and be like, what is she doing? So then I feel like I have to say something. Anyway. Yeah. So, I came to a decision, about, so my doctor, I told you guys yesterday in the little health update that, I think I kind of like briefly skimmed over it just because I was trying to add it into the end of the video and I thought to say it, but the lowdown on it is, Thursday is when, okay, long time ago, I saw a specialist in town. We're going to call them Specialist A. Specialist A worked for a different hospital. Like they were like a branch of a hospital out of town. And I really did not like Specialist A. They were like, oh, your heel problem? We're just going to put a boot on you and it's going to be good and it'll fix things and that's that. And I was like, I don't like that. It hurts. It's not going to fix things. Like I don't like to say I know more than the doctor, but just from the feel of it, I was like, no, this isn't, like a solution is not sleeping in a boot, ma'am. Like not the way this is feeling. I would like a second opinion. So no. And so I went to a division or whatever in a different city from my actual hospital, which I should have done from the beginning. So we're going to call them Specialist B. Specialist B was like taking a look at my x-ray and they were like, yeah, we can see how bad this is. When you're ready, we can do surgery. And that's when I got scared. I had a bunch of like big feelings basically. And I guess I kind of let a combination of, is my work going to hate me? Like kind of like guilt from work. Is my work going to hate me? Am I going to be a burden? Is like both at work and at home and to my friends? And am I going to have enough money saved up to do this? Like between just the expense of the surgery and taking all the time off, can I do it? And should I do it? And that all compounded with the actual fear of having surgery. I ended up not doing it. And they just said, like, you can think about it. And when it starts basically the way I remember her words were like, when it starts impacting your quality of life, we can do it. And present me was kicking past me because, like, you know what? It was impacting my quality of life then, and it certainly is now. It certainly is now. So the deal is, if I didn't explain it well enough, is when my current doctor gave me a referral, it is with my hospital, but apparently there is another specialist. So we're going to call them Specialist C. They're in the same city as Specialist B. Me thinking, oh, my doctor just looked at my record, went to Specialist B and gave me the referral again. I didn't even think about it until we looked the other day and realized it wasn't the same, that it wasn't Specialist B, it was Specialist C. So I had written to my doctor and said, do you yourself have a preference, to them? I was just curious the reason, just because they were very ready to do, the surgery even then. So I was just curious, because I think I'd like to see the people that I had already seen. And he wrote me back, and apparently Specialist B, in their name, their service name or whatever, it says something about foot trauma. So he said, I have no preference. Nothing swayed me one way or another. It's just that they have the name trauma in their, specialist in foot trauma. I was under the assumption that they only dealt with immediate foot trauma or something. I forget. Like, that may not be his exact words. But, and he said, if you find out that they will see you also, I'd be happy to give you the recommendation. Just let me know what you'd like to do. Now, I had already called Specialist C, have the appointment for Thursday, like I told you guys. But I would very much like to see Specialist B. So, I am going to, I think, write my doctor back. And instead of just saying like, yeah, I'm going to ditch Specialist C, can we get the recommendation for Specialist B? I think I'm going to keep the appointment for Specialist C. I'm going to go see what they have to say, because honestly, if they say the same thing, then the appointment's already there. It gets done that much sooner. And no harm, it's fine. If I don't like what they have to say, if they come back with the same thing to say as Specialist A, let's say, and I just don't like what they had to say, what I plan to write my doctor is, I think I'm going to keep the appointment since it's in one more day at this point. Could I still get the referral for Specialist B? And use them as a second opinion, should I need it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Second opinions are fine. I don't think there's anything medically and ethically wrong with lining up a second opinion, since you have to have the referral anyway, and I've seen these people before. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I could even just, the appointment isn't a day. I could just wait and talk to them and then answer my doctor. Because then, I mean, if everything goes fine with Specialist C, I don't even need to, I can just tell him, oh, I already had my appointment. I guess I don't need to talk to the other people. Or if things don't go well, I can be like, I actually kept my appointment, but I would really like to talk to them. So, I suppose the options are there. But like, if it's as bad as like the x-ray specialists and everybody that have looked at it are saying, and as bad as the pain that I'm feeling is, I can't imagine them suggesting something else. So I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, it's to the point where when I get home, I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced this also, or maybe even in other parts of your body. It doesn't necessarily have to be your feet, but like when it's the part of your body that you stand on and that you rest on the floor even when you're sitting down, and it sucks. But like I'll be sitting when I first get home, like right now it's calmed down and there's still like a throbbing pain in my foot, like in my left foot. I had to think about which one was which. Which is funny because the start of the problems this time around was my right foot. And I don't know if it's because my left foot is compensating and now is the problem child. I don't know what the deal is, but right now as we speak, there is a like throb going through my left foot. But when I get home, it's both feet sometimes. It's one or the other. It's really up in the air. Who knows which one it'll be or if it'll be both. But I can get home, take care of Maverick, and just sit there. And just my foot touching the ground, I could count to 10. And it's anybody's guess at what number I will manage to get to before I have to lift my foot like off the ground, because the pressure of just my foot sitting on the ground, I just can't handle it. It's insane. It's crazy, and I have to just like rinse and repeat that. It's bad. So I definitely need something. Like, I can't imagine them just being like, it'll be okay. But anyway, so, and that's how my day today has ended, as far as my work day. So I guess that story is relevant to my blog also, because it's happened today too. But like sitting and trying to relax and unwind, it takes a really long time when your feet are constantly like twitching up, because it's just, it's awful. It's awful. It's not the same as sitting and unwinding used to be. I'll say that. Yeah. But anyway. I know what I forgot. Tomorrow I'll bring it in. I had said like 3 videos ago, it's the latest birthday card ever, but I got a birthday card from Randy, and I said I was going to wait and open it on camera. I'm going to open it tomorrow. I have it literally sitting on my dining room table. So I was like, I'm going to open this on camera so I can open it with Randy. So I will open it tomorrow. I meant to bring it tonight, and I know you guys have seen it when I've recorded out in the dining room, but I have French doors that open up into here, and Maverick had his bed pressed against it, and I forgot the cap to my Diet Pepsi. So here I am, like, holding my phone and stuff in one hand and my squares and stuff that I was bringing in here, and holding this like this, and trying to move Maverick's bed and not spill my pop, and I forgot to grab that too. So forgive me, I forgot to bring it, but I will bring it tomorrow. Tomorrow I get to open up my first yarn too, because it will be the 3rd day of Vlogtober. So I get to open up my first Advent yarn for my Stranger Things Advent. Yay! But yes, so I think I've gone on long enough. This is more like a health update today than an actual like vlog Halloween anything. I will show you some crochet things. I need to record my Joann's video too, so I can be showing you some yarn. It's a big haul, you guys. It's a big haul. Oh, Halloween related too. I'm all over the place today. My brain is like I also decided this year I am going to try to stick to, 'cause I used to do this thing, everybody kind of is doing it, kind of, I guess, but I had been doing it like forever ago, and then I kind of stopped just because I've been getting so randomly busy, but it makes me really happy. It's not a terribly original name either, but like my 31 days of Halloween, where every day of October I watch something spooky, whether it's a movie or a TV show that's, horror related or spooky related. Yes, I count Stranger Things as, something spooky related. So even if I just watch, an episode of Stranger Things or Supernatural or something, or an all-out movie, like I said, like yesterday, for the first, I watched an episode of Stranger Things. My light. There we go. And I watched the last few episodes of help me brain, a TV show called From. Are you guys familiar with this? Because none of my friends, I got Courtney watching it from Fiber Fox Studios, but none of my friends here in the physical area that I'm in watch it. I told Courtney I need her to watch it because I have some really big feelings about this show. Have any of you guys watched it? Because I need to talk about it. I won't do that. I won't talk about my feelings with this show until I know you've seen it. But I will tell you about the show if I can convince you to watch it. But it is basically a horror TV show. And it's on until yesterday. It was on Amazon Prime the first 2 seasons. But it is also on MGM Plus. And there are 3 seasons of it. I think the 3rd season actually is going on now. The 3rd season I haven't started yet because I have Amazon Prime, so I watched the first 2 seasons with that. I have to subscribe to MGM Plus, so I need to cough it up. It's only like $8, but it's a matter of, all the surgery stuff that I just talked about and the worry about the money stuff. But I really want to watch season 3 really bad, you guys. Really bad. I'm very addicted. Like I said, I have a lot of big feelings about this show. But the premise itself is scary enough. Could you imagine? Just close your eyes and imagine this with me. Imagine you are driving along and you get off the highway. Okay, I will close my eyes with you. You are driving along and you get off the highway and you need to stop for gas, use the restroom somewhere, get a snack. So you are going to get off the highway and maybe this gas station that you're going to go to is probably off the highway a little ways. So you go and you drive. And you're driving a little ways. And you're just starting to think maybe you should turn around. You've gone a little further than you expected. Now maybe you're lost. When you run into a tree that's crossing, we don't literally run into, but there's a tree crossing the road. So now you have to detour. But when you detour, it takes you through this little town and you just start to think, maybe you're okay. You'll stop here for a second. But there's something off about this town. There's something weird with the residents and with the buildings, and you decide not to stop. You keep going. You're going to head back to the highway. But after that next turn, you come back around the next corner, and you realize you had to have gotten yourself turned around because you find yourself entering the town again. The same town. This can't be. How are you entering the same town from the same direction again? Did you just go in a circle? So frantically, you drive through town again, a little bit faster. You exit the town, and this time you're very careful. And you know that you did not make a wrong turn. You're watching, you're careful. You enter the town again from the same direction you came the last time. You're starting to panic now. That's the premise of the show, you guys. That's the premise of the show. Eventually, you have to give up. You have to. And then suddenly, somebody from the town approaches you, and you get this big spiel about how if you're outside after dark, you're going to die. What do you do? What do you do? You're already terrified because how is that even happening? How is that happening? Like, you're already freaked out. This could be the 20th time you're going through this town. You know darn well that you have not made a wrong turn by the fourth trip through. What choice do you have? That sun is going down, and it's not like you're going to stop daylight from leaving. You're not going to stop the stars from rising and the moon from rising. What are you going to do? Are you going to follow this stranger that's offering you help and go in their house? What are you going to do? And it just goes from there. And spoiler alert, a little bit, the person's right. Like, you'd be right to follow them, because then you get to see just how crazy everything starts getting and why you would have absolutely died if you stayed in your car. It's insane. It's insane. I've seen 2 seasons worth so far. And again, like, I'm getting worked up over just telling you the premise of getting into the town. I have some big feelings, you guys. Really big feelings. I need somebody to have watched this show and talk me through this, please. Anyway, so I watched that yesterday. So I'm thinking, when I get done talking with you guys, when we go our separate ways for the day, Maverick and I are going to settle in for the night. And I'm probably going to, I don't know, watch something. Kind of thinking something to relax with, which, remember, for me might be a little different than others. Like, I was kind of thinking maybe The Curse of La Llorona. Like, for me, that is like a really fall movie. I don't know why. I don't know what makes it so autumnal to me, but I don't know, it really sets the autumn vibe for me. So I'm pretty excited to watch that. But yeah, I am on my 31 days of Halloween quest, so hopefully I can stick with that. Like I said, even if it's just something simple like a TV show, even if it's from, I'm very obsessed with that. I'm very obsessed. Yeah. So, really quickly, I'm going to show you. So, I am doing the Stranger Things blankie, and I am drawing names. I have put 31, well, I started yesterday with 31 names and or places in this lovely cauldron here. I am 1 shy because I drew yesterday. And I am making squares. I'm making these, I'll show you the Stranger Things colored one I did. I am making these lovely diamond squares that, like I said, this one is in just, the Stranger Things theme colors of black and red. I'm going to be making multiple ones of these to add into the blanket so that I have enough to rectangle off the blanket and not just have an odd Tetris-shaped blanket going on. But this is the pattern that I had finally figured out and that I would like to do at some point in the future a tutorial for everybody, if you are still interested. But yesterday I drew Robin, and I did an homage to Robin in square form. Now I was debating whether to do 1 or 2 squares to like kind of reverse the colors, and I did end up doing that. Now I don't know, for all of you Stranger Things fans out there, what color. I was guessing that most of you guys thought I would go with Robin's Scoops Ahoy outfit, the red, white, and blue, some combination thereof. But I think I might surprise you. This is the square I came up with. I'm gonna show it to you, and I'm gonna see if you can guess where it's from. Don't say Stranger Things. But here's my Robin square. That's what I came up with for Robin. Remember, I'm trying to use my scraps too, so I was pretty happy that I had this camo left over. Do you guys know, before I tell you, where this came from? This maroon color mixed in, and I did do its opposing color here, if that helps at all. But these are the squares I came up with for Robin. If I remember, I'm going to put her picture up right here. But this is, to me, this is season 4 Robin. When Robin and Steve and Eddie and Nancy go into the Upside Down, and they are decked out in camo, and Robin's got her little beret, and they had been to the gun and ammo store, and they have like the I think Robin and Steve have the Molotov cocktails to throw, and they're gonna explode them in the Creel house. Do you guys know the scene that I am referring to? Those of you who are Stranger Things fans who have seen season 4. So yeah, so that's my favorite version, I think, of Robin is season 4 G.I. Joe Robin. So those are the squares. So that's going to join in with the Stranger Things theme here. I mean, they won't be probably next to each other. I mean, I'm going to lay these out at some point, you know, when I get a lot more. But yeah, so Robin was my first square. Technically, it's my second, but she was my first character square. So I'm going to draw another one for today. And then I'll let you guys be on your way. So this was kind of a long one today. Yeah, y'all know I'm long-winded though, right? And if I am doing a video a day, I gotta talk to you guys. I'll be doing more than one video a day though. I really am excited to show you some of the yarn that I got. All right, second one. Who is joining Robin in the lineup of my fanfic Stranger Things blanket? Lucas. We love Lucas. Lucas is probably... Okay, so in my fanfics, my character that I write myself into my fanfics a little bit is related to the Hendersons. So she would be related to Dustin. So I mean, Dustin is by default my favorite kid. But of all of Dustin's friends, Lucas would be my favorite. Lucas is just, I feel like the Sinclairs, like Lucas and his sister and their parents, they're just like Hawkins. I've said before, they're like Hawkins, like hidden treasure. Like, I feel like Mr. and Mrs. Sinclair just like raised their kids so well. It's like even in season 4, when you kind of think Lucas is, I don't know, like going off the beaten path a little bit and hanging with the bad kids, it only takes him like a little bit, and then he's already like kind of like he's with them, but he's running, I don't know how to say it. Like he's he's with them, but he's warning his friends like what their next moves are to help his friends out and everything. Like, he's so true to his friends, you know, and like his sister is just such a little like spitfire to begin with, and she isn't backing down for anything. Oh, this light. She isn't backing down, you know, for anything. And she never, like, she's always true to herself, and she never tries to like run with the cool kids just to impress, like Lucas was with the cool kids to try to be, you know, popular and stuff. And Erica just tells people like how it is to begin with. She doesn't even try for the whole popular kid thing. Like, she's got her own popular vibe all on her own, you know. But like, I don't know, like Mr. and Mrs. Sinclair, and they're such a cute couple, you know, to begin with. Like, they don't have to really like pretend and keep up appearances and stuff, because they're even at home behind closed doors, like just with their kids, like they're just an adorable couple. It's like the Sinclairs are just, they are a treasure, like, period. So I love Lucas. Like, I love him. So yes, yay, Lucas. He will be my next square. So I just have to pick which season and which version of Lucas is going into my blanket. So, all right, I will let you guys go on that note. Thank you for hanging out with me and putting up with all of my craziness. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you so much. I have noticed that we've gotten some new subscribers, so thank you everybody who has recently subscribed. And if you're thinking about it, now's a really great time. Looking to get the next milestone. October would be a great time to hit 4K. So we're only, what, 300 away, I think, from 4K. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.